Hi, my name's Paul Nyman. I've been recruiting for the last 20 plus years. During that period of time, I've operated across both internal global organisations as an internal recruitment manager, and I've also, for the last 20 years or so, been running my own recruitment business where I've interviewed in excess of 25,000 people. In this clip, what I'm going to share with you is how to manage the emotions of redundancy. It's a really tough topic. But it's a topic that's really important to understand when you are made redundant in order to help you be successful at transitioning from the life that you've been in to the life you are going to live in the future. The emotions of redundancy can be really hard work. They can be mentally tiring, they can be emotionally frustrating, and actually it's not just you that's affected, it can be your family and a wider friends network as well. I'm going to cover off some of this that I spoke about in my major piece, which was posted earlier on our YouTube channel around redundancy. It's a total topic. This is going to be purely about the emotions, how to deal with the emotions of redundancy. So let's just have a little recap. We talked about the J-curve. Yep. And the J-curve was about when redundancy takes place, there's the anger of that. It moves into this period of frustration. You then kick out of the frustration and you come into a situation of acceptance. And after acceptance, there's the position of being able to move on and the opportunity to step forward in your life. Let's go back to each of those individually. Anger is all about, oh my God, I can't believe you've not done this. I can't believe you've done this to me. Oh my God, how can they do this? There's a part of it which is from an individual perspective, it's I didn't see it coming. I didn't see it coming. How could I have been fooled into that? You know, have we been there? That's unbelievable. How can they make me redundant? There's the anger that boils away inside us. It takes place. It saps us. It de-energizes us. It makes us feel sick sometimes in the gut. It makes our arms and our legs feel weak because so much energy has been used up by the heart to overcome the frustration and the anger which we're expressing back to our business. And some of you may be able to relate to that, but think of it, if our heart is pumping really hard with adrenaline and we're pumping that adrenaline around us, that's not good for the mental well-being, is it? So we've got to try and kick on out of there. But actually, before we can move on out of the anger phase, which is about the shock and I didn't see it coming, we've got to deal with the frustration phase. And the frustration phase is about, do they not value me? Do they not value me? Do they not see my contribution? Do they not see how hard I worked? Do they not see the value that I brought to that project? Do they not see my self-worth? I'm not worth anything. I've got no worth. I've got a really low self-esteem. And actually, they never rewarded me anyway. In the amount of money that I brought in on that project or the amount of contribution that I made to the business, is there no appreciation of the effort that I put in around all of that? And this is the frustration phase. Okay, this is frustration phase, which for those of you that have been made redundant is where you're getting tired. Your body is getting tired. You're frustrated with the business that has let you go. And there's a bit of what I call the BMW moment. We need a big, massive whinge around this. You need to whinge. You feel the need to talk to your family. You feel the need to talk to your friends. You need the feeling for them to tell you that actually you're right. The business is wrong. And so going through that BMW moment is really important. Get yourself a couple of really good BMWs, big, massive whinges. Because if you get a whinge out, actually what it will enable you to do is to move to the next stage. However, what can happen is we can result in slipping back into the anger stage. It's back into shock. It's back into, I can't believe the business has done this. It's, I'm a fool for not seeing it coming. But have a BMW, have a big, massive whinge. And also, I liken it a bit like going to the zoo. You know, when you go to the zoo and you see the elephants lying in the mud, or you see the polar bears lying on an ice cap, just have a wallow. Have a wallow around, and you need time for yourself to feel sorry for yourself. Because, you know, emotionally, this is a really big time for you. And without going through some of that individually yourself, and sometimes with your family and your partner and maybe even your kids, but your friends, and talking that through and letting that out, it's really hard to transition forward into the point of acceptance. Once you've had that BMW and you've achieved that point of acceptance, you'll be able to see a sunrise moment. A bit like the horizon behind me, you'll see that sunrise moment coming towards you with an opportunity of creating a new you. Okay? It's the new you and it's the acceptance that actually it's not so bad. Because maybe what was going on in the business, the culture was a bit wrong for you. They were going in a different direction to the direction you wanted to go. The people you worked with weren't quite as good. You're beginning to accept that, and you're beginning to accept that the business was changing and it wasn't the place for you. And that point of acceptance will be achieved more swiftly by you creating a new idea of what you want to do in the future. And that is covered off in a separate video by myself, and I'll post that. So that's all about understanding who you are and what you want to be in the future. From the point of view of opportunity, opportunity comes from your plan. And as I said, I'll be posting about this going into the future. But the opportunity is about timing, it's about your plan, it's the chance for you to move on, it's the chance for you to develop and be a new you. So as a quick recap, the emotions of the J curve are around anger. That's the unbelievable bit. It's the frustration of how dare they do that? That's the contribution that I made. Think about getting out into that BMW, that big massive whinge, and actually having a little wallow around, feeling sorry for yourself, feeling sorry for others, feeling sorry for the business, feeling that you've been ripped off and you've been done over. But move that forward, and the most important part is about creating a plan. Check out my video on creating that plan and that timeline and how you can create the new you. Because redundancy, whilst immediately really frustrating, can be a fantastic opportunity to recreate who you want to be in the future. As ever, subscribe up, give it a thumbs up and a like, and share with others who can benefit from this video, because it can be a difficult time. Importantly, if you have any questions, direct message me. I'll be putting further features up here in the near future. And if you have any questions, I'd love to hear from you.